I just want to know, should it be happening? Freedom of speech, does it extend to holding up anti-monarchy placards at events or gatherings now that are unfolding in the aftermath of the Queen's passing? Because I kind of think it should. But this is a typically English response, isn't it? Well, I think you should jolly well be quiet and sit down, but I certainly don't think the police should be carting you away if you refuse to do so. Discuss. Dave's in Lewisham. Dave, what would you like to say?
Hello, James. Yeah, a retired police officer, so I just want to answer your question as to this, that you asked, and that's that it's a Section 5 public order offence. It's causing harassment, alarm or distress. Nothing to do with annoyance.
And that's all in your gift, is it? As a copper on duty that day, you make that call yourself. Do you not need someone to tell you that they're alarmed or distressed?
No, you make that call yourself. There's people there that are in mourning and that would feel distressed of the accident.
But don't they need to tell you that, though? Don't you need to have some proof that someone is distressed?
Not necessarily, James. You have to take it in. Also, they're looking at his safety. I mean, you might find someone there that's,
That's
not
different.
Right,
let's focus on the Section 5, the Section 5 bit first. So any police officer can cart away someone holding a sign they don't like and claim that they've done so because they believed it was causing distress despite having no evidence that it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not right, is it?
If they believe it's going to cause a public order situation, James, then it is completely right. I mean, it's also, as I said, for his safety. I mean, it could be that he got walloped because people didn't like his protesting.
Yes.
So, so I do think it's right. I do think that, I mean, put it this way, James, if someone come up to your house after your father died and held up a sign saying your dad was a useless plumber, you wouldn't take it too much to heart.
I'd be surprised if they got arrested for it.
I know, because he wasn't a plumber. But what I'm saying is, if they turned up at the funeral and held up a placard or shouted at your dad,
we're not talking about the funeral, are we? Though, because it's not for a week.
But it's mourning, though, James.
Yeah, but let's talk about the period of mourning. Let's not talk about the funeral, because it isn't a funeral. It's a period of mourning, or in fact, it wasn't. It was the announcement of the accession of the king, and your reading of it is that a police officer there decided entirely off his own back that placard could cause distress to some as yet unspecified person, and therefore he's allowed to arrest them for possession of cardboard.
Yeah, it's not for possession of cardboard.
It is.
It's because
unless you can show me the distressed person, he's been guilty of possessing cardboard.
So, James, you want them to leave him?
Don't give me counterfactuals. Just. I mean, we're agreeing with each other. You think it's fine that a copper who I know nothing about, whose track record of being a bit, quick off the mark, might be well established. There's a piece of cardboard over there with some words on it. He decides that's potentially distressing and then arrests the person in possession of the cardboard.
Absolutely.
We're not arguing with each other. You just think that's fine. I think that's profoundly frightening.
Well, you've got to take it in circumstance, James.
What if it says down with the government? Could you decide that was distressing?
No, not if it was not in the outside a palace, or if you were walking down the street and saying that with the government, or you know.
Well, he was in the street. These people are in the street.
No, but they're at these public places of mourning, James, where there's thousands
but they don't
of people that are mourning.
They disapprove of the monarchy in the same way that the fella over there disapproves of the government. When better to make your point?
And they've every right to disapprove of the monarchy, although I'm a monarchist. But it's not the point, James. It's the situation that he's in that could cause untold
That's
problems.
a different argument. I think you would have won that argument if you'd phoned in to make it, but you didn't. You went down the distress and whatever it was.
That's the offence they would arrest him under. Section 5 public order.
That's scary, isn't it? That's possession of cardboard.
No, you're being semantic. You're looking at semantics here, James. It's not possession of cardboard.
I am looking at semantics, yes. And the semantics tell me that he's been arrested because he's in possession of cardboard that had some hurty words on.
No, he's been arrested for his own safety and for.
That's not the point you made.
No,
that may well be a valid defence. Although again, I'd ask you to prove to me that they were under threat, or they were, because I'm one of the people disapproving, Dave. I think you've overlooked that. If you consulted your notes, you'd notice that I'm going, oh, shut up, mate, sit down, not now. Now's not the time. Show a bit of respect. But I still don't think they should be carted away for the crime of possessing cardboard.